So today, or this morning actually, I'm going to be working on the plumbing. I don't have a ton of time, but I want to get started. I just made a hardware store run. I got my pipe cutters and then my PEX tubing clamps just to clamp the fittings on. So I already had all the fittings. I had the PEX tubing. I have the PEX in the wall. I just got to cut it in the right places and then attach my fittings on. And then once we get the vanity in here, I'll do the rest of the plumbing. So the first one that I'm going to do is just this T-fitting. And this is actually going to be for a sink on both sides. So there's going to be a little sink side with like a little old vintage dry sink on the other side. And then on the other side of this wall, it'll be a sink for the outhouse. So this is the first time I'm ever working with PEX. Just kind of done a little learning online and then reading the packages. So hopefully we have no leaks. So right now I'm just opening up this ball valve that I have and basically gonna attach that to a short piece and then end up attaching it to that 90 degree that I just put in. And the reason I'm doing this is because there's gonna be a 10-gallon storage tank up here, and I just wanna have like a shut off valve if, I don't know, anything goes wrong, anything leaks, you could just hit the shut off valve if you need to replace the tank for any reason. I think it's just nice to have that ability to be able to shut it off and then do what you need to do, and then if you need to, turn it back on. Alright, that's on there pretty tight. Just got my nice shut off valve. On there pretty damn tight. So right now I'm cutting the floor joist for the outhouse, and it's gonna be 36, or actually 3.5 feet by 3.5 feet, 42 inches by 42 inches. And I just cut a 45-inch, I guess you would call it a base plate for the top and the bottom, or the right and the left side. And then I cut four 30 or 42-inch pieces, and those will be like my floor joists, or they'll be spanning the other direction. And then I have a 4x4 over there that I'm gonna cut just to sit on the ground. that should be it for cutting. It's time to assemble it now. So I'm gonna do that, and then I have to dig out a little trench for those 4x4s to sit in. Those do not want to go. Well, this sucks. The one day I really need to be working outside, it's starting to downpour, so I'm gonna finish this up and hopefully the rain lets up and then I can go install this all. Three and 3/4, 63 and 5/8. So I got my floor all framed up. I'm now going to kind of level out the ground where I'm gonna put my stringers, my 4x4s that I cut over here. And it's kind of on a pretty uneven surface, so I think I'm gonna have to dig down, and instead of digging out the whole thing, I might just dig out exactly where they're gonna be just to save myself a little work. It's not going to be fun. So I dug out the trenches kind of for my stringers. I'll spin this around so that you can take a look at those. Like I was saying, it's basically just one single trench, just so I didn't have to dig out this whole thing. I'm gonna eventually, once I put those like floor joists on, gonna have to dig out like this spot right here. But right now, I think I got enough dug out. I'm gonna get a level, just check to make sure it's level, probably give it a few taps to compact it in. And then I'm gonna secure my floor joists right onto it, get it all squared up and set for the posts. So I pretty much had to end up digging it all out anyway, which wasn't as bad as I thought. I thought with this tree being right next to me here that it was gonna be a ton of roots. Ended up being just like a ton of shale, which wasn't much better, but got through it once I broke it up. So now that I got it all level, cleared out, I'm gonna set my floor joists right on top of it. we're looking pretty good. So I just finished securing the floor joists to my stringers down there. I made one mistake. I kind of came in at an angle in the corner with my screw, and I didn't have the right angle. I went right into the corner. So I'm gonna have to get it out of the way before I put my post in there, because my post is gonna sit like right in the corner here. And you can kind of see right there where I came through. That's not gonna allow my post to sit right down in there. So I'm gonna have to get that out. When I'm trying to back it out, it's not coming. So other than that, everything went well. We got it all level and secured down. Now I just gotta cut my posts and put them in. Putting tall ones in the front. So yesterday I finished up the outhouse frame, and I didn't get a chance to shoot it because it got a little too dark. Here's what it's gonna look like. It's gonna kind of have that timber frame look. I didn't end up timber framing it because I realized it just was gonna take too much time. It wasn't gonna be worth the time to do it. And I'm kind of on a time crunch right now, so it may look a little short, but I needed to fit it under this lip because I wanted the roof to slope underneath this, just so that the rainfall wouldn't get stuck in between here. It would just kind of slide right off to the edge of the woods here. But overall it came out pretty well. Once I get my interior siding, it's 3/4 inch thick, so it should be adequate for the exterior of this. Just paint it, and it'll be pretty simple, straightforward. Just put some hinges on this door. It'll kind of be like an outhouse style outhouse, I guess.